other said quietly. He spoke with a very slight southern accent. 4 of them shook their hands all around.
Why do I look like that?
Don't worry, I look weird when I read.
My shoulder. Your shoulders aren't like... Why do I have like big shoulders?
It's just the shirt that I'm wearing, you can't see them. Anyways, there was a moment of silence, and McGreeves said, "Kind of scary, isn't it?" They all nodded except Hank Olsen, who shrugged and grinned. Garrity watched the boy in the pine tree finish his sandwich, ball up the wax paper it had been in, and tossed it onto the chef's shoulder. He'll burn out early, he decided. That'll make him feel better. You see that spot right there by the marker posts? Olsen said suddenly. They all looked. The breeze made moving shadow patterns across the road. Garrity didn't know if he saw anything or not. That's from the long walk last year, and the year before that, Olsen said with a grim satisfaction. Kid was so scared he just froze up at 9 o'clock. Ooh. They considered it the horror of it silently. Just couldn't move. He took his 3 warnings, and by then, at 9:02 a.m., they gave him his ticket right there at the starting post. Garrity wondered if his own legs would freeze. He didn't think so, but it was a thing you didn't know for sure until the time came, and it was a terrible thought.
They had a screening here in LA for the long way.
Yeah, everyone was on treadmills. Yes, and if you stopped, you'd be kicked out. If you fell off, you'd be kicked out. If you went too slow, you'd get kicked out. It was really cool. I'm really into this, so I know. I know. Trust me. Suddenly, he wondered why Hank Olsen wanted to bring up such a terrible thing. Suddenly, Art Baker sat straight up. Here he comes. A dun-coloured jeep drove up to the stone marker and stopped. It was followed by a strange tread-equipped vehicle that moved much more slowly. There were toy-sized radar dishes mounted.
Elodie.
Is she from the Philippines?
Oh, he's cute. I'm sending him a rose. What should I say? That pretty.
Yeah.
What do I say? Okay, cool. I guess I'll just shut up now. That's so real.
I'm sorry. Suddenly, Art Baker sat straight up. Oh wait, I just read this. Mounted on the front and the back of this half truck. 2 soldiers lounged up on his upper deck, and then Garrity felt a chill in his belly when he looked up at them. They were carrying army-type heavy-caliber carabine rifles. Some of the boys got up, but Garrity did not. Neither did Olsen or Baker. After his initial look, McGreeves seemed to have fallen back onto his own thoughts. The skinny kid in the pine trees, swinging his feet idly. The major got out of the jeep. He was a tall, straight man with a deep desert tan that went well with his simple khakis, a pistol strapped to his sand brown belt. He was wearing reflective sunglasses.
I wear ballet flats.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about the book.
No.
Sorry. Yeah, she's answering your questions and shit. Anyways,
what shoes do you wear? Sorry, basically your favorite shoes.
My pandas probably. I wear them all the time. But my Aunt Pearls, my Katie Aunt Pearls, are my favorite. It was rumored that the major's eyes were extremely light sensitive and that he was never seen in public without his sunglasses. "Sit down, boys," he said. "Keep hint 13 in mind." Hint 13 was a
Rate my profile. I'm gonna go on your live on my...
Oh, yeah. Hint 13 was a conservative energy wherever possible. Those who had stood sat down. Garrity looked at his watch again. It said 8:16, and he decided it was a minute fast. The major always showed up on time. He thought momentarily of setting it back a minute and then forgot. "I'm not going to make a speech," the major said, sweeping them with blank lenses that covered his eyes. "I give my congratulations to the winner amongst you, your number, and my acknowledgement of valors to the losers." He turned back to the back of the jeep. There was a living silence. Garrity breathed deep into the spring air. It would be warm, a good day to walk. The major turned back to them. He was holding a clipboard. "When I call your name, please step forward and take your number. Then go back to your place until it is time to begin. Do this smartly, please."
She plays volleyball, and I don't have a sport.
"You're in the army now," Olsen whispered with a grin. But Garrity ignored it. You couldn't help admiring the Major. Garrity's father, before the squads took him away...
Who's that? They said I love you.
I have no idea. Garrity's father, before the squads took him away, had been fond of calling the Major the rarest and most dangerous monster any nation can produce. A society supported by a sociopath. But he had never seen the Major in person. Arneson, a short, chunky farm boy with a sunburned neck, gangled forward, obviously awed by the Major's presence, and took his large plastic number 1. He fixed it to his shirt by the pressure strip, and the Major clapped him on the back. Abraham, a tall boy with reddish hair and jeans and a t-shirt. His jacket was tied around his waist like a schoolboy, and it flapped wildly around his knees. Olsen sniggered. Baker Arthur. That's me, Baker said, and got to his feet. He moved with deceptive leisure and made Garrity nervous. Baker was going to be tough. Baker was going to last a long time. Baker came back. He had pressed his number 3 onto the right breast of his shirt. Did he say anything to you? Garrity asked. He asked me if it was commencing to come off hot down home. Baker said shyly. Yeah, the Major talked to me. Not as hot as it's gonna commence getting up here, Olsen cracked. Baker James, the Major said. It went on to 8:40 and it came out right. No one had ducked out.
Injury they've had.
I have weak ankles. I used to do gymnastics and I have really weak ankles.
I haven't really had anything bad.
No one had ducked out yet. Back into the parking lot, engines started and the number of cars had begun pulling out. Boys from the backup list who would now go home and watch the long walk coverage on TV. It's on, Garrity thought. It's really on. When his turn came, the Major gave him number 47 and told him good luck. Up close, he smelled very masculine and somehow overpowering. Garrity...
I said, oh, you sprained your ankle a lot.
I used to, yes.
Nice pink off brown. What? Pink off brown, tell me, please.
I can, crack my bones. Anyways.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Garrity had an almost insatiable urge to touch the man's leg and make sure he was real. Peter McGreeves was 61.
That's so true.
Hank Olsen.
Worst industry injury you've ever had is a broken arm.
Hank Olsen was 70. He was with the Major longer than the rest. The Major laughed at something Olsen said and clapped him on the back. I told him to keep a lot of money on the short call, Olsen said when he came back.
Attachments. Dogs out when Elodie.
Never. And he told me to give him hell. He said...
No, I never sprained my ankle. My socks look dirty.
Pretty good, McGreeves said, and then wrinkled at Garrity. Garrity wondered what McGreeves had meant, wrinkling like that. Winking. Was he making fun of Olsen? Got his number with his head down, not speaking to the Major at all, and then sat back down at the base of his tree. Garrity was somehow fascinated with the boy. Number 100 was a red-headed fellow with a volcanic complexion. His name was Zuck.
Zuck?
Mark, can you give me the Zuck? I'm not really sure what that means, but if you contact me, I can help you with that.
I've never heard that before.
Really? Oh, I sound stupid then.
It's okay, they will. I'm actually gonna get plastic surgery for my face, guys.
No.
Everyone thinks I'm ugly. It's okay, I can pull. Clark. Who can do the loudest burp? Elodie. I barely burp. Get on all fours, Blacktop.
I was just on all fours. He got his number and they all sat and waited for them to
You're
come.
glazing.
Then 3 soldiers from the half-track passed out,
face
wide
is
belts with snap pockets.
bad.
These pockets were filled with tubes of high-energy concentrate
Australian.
tastes. More soldiers came around with canteens.
What book is it?
They buckled The Long Walk by Stephen King.
What's Bane? Where is in Bane?
I don't know.
Sorry.
What?
I distracted you.
Olsen slung his belt low on his
Thank you.
hips like a gunslinger, found a wafer chocolate bar, and began to eat it. Not bad, he said, grinning. He swigged from his canteen, washing down the chocolate, and Garrity wondered if Olsen was just fronting or if he knew something Garrity didn't. The Major looked over them soberly. Garrity's wristwatch said 8:56. How had it gotten so late? His stomach lurched painfully. Alright, fellows, line up by tens, please. No particular order. Stay with your friends if you like. Garrity got up. He felt numb and unreal. It was as if his body belonged to someone else. Well, here we go, said McGreaves at his elbow. Good luck, everyone. Good luck to you, Garrity said, surprised. McGreaves said, I need my fucking head examined. He looked suddenly pale and sweaty, not so awesomely fit as he had earlier. He was trying to smile and not make it. The scar stood out on his cheek like a wild punctuation mark. Stebbins got up and ambled to the rear of the 10 wide, 10 deep queue. Olsen, Baker, McGreaves, and Garrity were in the third row. Garrity's mouth was dry. He wondered if he should drink some water. He decided against it. He had never in his life been so aware of his feet. He wondered if he might freeze and get his ticket on the starting lane. He wondered if Stebbins would fold early, Stebbins with the jelly sandwich and purple pants. He wondered if he'd fold up first. He wondered what it would feel like if... His wristwatch said 8:59. The Major was studying...
John thinks I look great, guys.
Aww.
Everyone else thinks I'm ugly.
No, they don't. The Major was studying a stainless steel pocket chronometer.
Okay, girl.
Chronometer. He raised his finger slowly, and everything hung suspended with his hand. The 100 boys watched it carefully, and the silence was awful and immense. The silence was everything.
I'll watch your edits if you go find my account in Elodie's. Go look in Elodie's comments. You should find me.
I know who you are.
Who?
No, it's okay. I'll tell you later.
Which profile?
The one that was like, can you watch my edits?
Whisper it.
No, I'll just tell you later. Garrity's watch said 9 o'clock, but the poised hand did not fall.
I believe your beauty
Do
is
it.
for a nice guy.
Why doesn't he do it? He felt like screaming it out. Then he remembered that his watch was a minute fast. You could set your watch by the Major, only he hadn't. He had forgotten. The Major's fingers dropped. Luck to all, he said. His face was expressionless, with the reflective sunglasses hit his eyes. They began to walk smoothly, no jostling. Garrity walked with him. He hadn't frozen. Nobody froze. His feet passed beyond the stone marker in parade step, with McGreaves on his left and Olsen on his
I'll
right.
show you.
The sound of the feet was very loud. This is it. This is it. This is it. A sudden